सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्तगोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। Okay, 68. सद्ब्रह्मकार्यम्
सत्यम् अकारम्
सकलं सदैव
सकलं सदैव
सन्मात्रमेतत्
सन्मात्र एतत्
न ततोऽन्यदस्ति
न ततोऽन्यदस्ति
अस्तीति यो वक्ति
अस्तीति यो वक्ति
न तस्य मोहः
न तस्य मोहः
विनिर्गतो
विनिर्गतो
निद्रितवत् प्रजल्पः
निद्रिवत् प्रजल्पः
ब्रह्मैवेदं विश्वम्
ब्रह्मैवेदं विश्वम्
इत्येव वाणी
इत्येव वाणी
श्रौति ब्रूते
श्रौति ब्रूते
अथर्वनिष्ठा वरिष्ठा
अथर्वनिष्ठा तस्मादेतत्
ब्रह्ममात्रं हि विश्वम्
ब्रह्ममात्रस्य विश्वम्
नाधिष्ठानात् भिन्नतारोपितस्य
भिन्नदारोदिष्ट
सत्यं यदि स्यात्
सत्यम् अधिस्यात्
जगदेतदात्मनः
जगदेत्मनः
अनन्तत्वहानिः
अनन्तत्वागिनी
निगमाप्रमाणता
निगमप्रमाणता
असत्यवादित्वम्
असत्यवाणित्वम्
अपीषुतु स्यात्
अभिसुदिष्यात्
नैतत्त्रयं साधु
नैतत्त्रयं साधु
हितं महात्मनाम्
इहं मनात्मना
ईश्वरो वस्तु तत्त्वज्ञः
ईश्वरो तत्त्वज्ञः
न चाहं तेष्वस्थितः
न चाहं देवस्थितः
न च मत्स्थानि भूतानि
न मस्तानि भूतानि
इत्येवमेव
इत्येवमेव
व्यचीक्लुपत्
विचिकृपत्
यदि सत्यं भवेद्विश्वम्
यदि सत्यं भवे विश्वम्
सुषुप्तावुपलभ्यताम्
सुषुप्ता उपलभ्यताम्
यन्नोपलभ्यते किञ्चित्
यन्योपलभ्य किञ्चित्
अतो सत्स्वप्नवन्मृषा
अधो सप्तसुम्नवर्विषा
अतः पृथङ् नास्ति
अतः प्रहं नास्ति
जगत्परात्मनः
जगत्परात्मनः
पृथक् प्रतीतिस्तु
पृथक् प्रतीतिस्तु
मृषा गुणा हि वत्
विषा गुणा विपद्
आरोपितस्यास्ति
आरोप्यपतस्ति
किमर्थवत्था
किमर्थवत्तवा
अधिष्ठानमाभाति
अधिष्ठानमापाति
तथा भ्रमेण.
तदा भ्रमेण
Once again, atah prithang nasti
अदत् प्रथम नास्ति
jagat paratmanaha
जगत् प्रणोत्मनः
prithak pratitistu
प्रगत प्रतीतिस्तु
mrisha guna hivat
मीरास्गुणातिवद्
आरोपितस्यास्ति
आरोप्यतवास्ति
किमर्थवत्ता
किमर्थवत्ता
अधिष्ठानमाभाति
अधिष्ठानमापाति
तथा भ्रमेण.
तदा ब्रह्मेण.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Meaning of 72 I've given, no? Yadi satyam bhavet. Yeah. So, we are about to, or Shankaracharya is about to conclude the section which is roughly called Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. What is the cardinal, shall we say, vision of Advaita Vedanta? Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. Jivo Brahmaiva Napara. So, what the world I see is real. If we say, then we have to analyze that word real, or we have to look into the reality of the world, and we will say that the world's reality is called Vyavaharika Satyam. It's a transactional reality. Even in dream there is a transactional, there is some transaction going on. We call it Patibhasikam because if I am always in the dream, I will not know any reality other than the dream reality. Very interesting it is. And unless I come out of the dream, I can't point to dream and say, oh, that was just a fake world. So unless you come out of it, you won't know. That's the catch in this whole vision. So likewise we say, there is a Satyam. There is something more real than what I perceive, which is called Vyavaharika Satyam. And because there is something more real, I can call this Vyavaharika Satyam, and there is something called Paramarthika Satyam. So that's the idea that is being presented from shloka number 66 onwards. And Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. This is the grandest vision that you can find anywhere. And we saw that through this part itself we will know that. We will know that Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. Really speaking, a pot is enough to figure out that. Figure out that the pot itself, whether it exists or not, we have to start asking. That kind of a doubt we will start getting. When all the existence is taken up by clay, where is the question of pot's separate, independent existence? It doesn't exist. Maximum you can say pot, if it exists, then it is a dependent existence. The pot's existence is dependent existence. It borrows its existence from clay. So that entity that gives existence to everything else is Satyam, Brahma Satyam. Then everything else comes under the word Jagat, and so Jagan Mithya. So this we have seen before. And so now he is saying Ataha. We are now in shloka number 73. Ataha. Ataha means therefore. Tasmat. Therefore means now we have to, suppose somebody says therefore, that means what? That means a lot has been said. Now because of that, lot has been said, because of that means now I have to go back. Last class what did I do? Yadi Satyam Bhaved Vishwam. Before that Ishvaraha Vastu Tadvajnaha. And Yadi Satyam Syat Jagat. Shankara is using a very interesting argument. He said Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma in shloka number 67. Okay, we spent some time on that. That Brahma is this limitless existence consciousness. That is the meaning of Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. We saw that. Brahma was defined in that shloka per Taittiriya Upanishad. And then alright, then he continues Vinirgato Nidritavat Prajalpaha. So if somebody says there is something other than Brahma also in this universe, or this universe is something different than Brahma, as some people say, Brahma is God and God created the world. So the world is different from God. This is the maximum, theology maximum, this is all it can offer. Beyond that, nothing else is possible. So then there is a rush to meet God. That's it. The theologies can be summarized by that. And here he says in shloka number 68, such a person who says that is Nidritavat Prajalpaha. That guy doesn't even know, he's still sleeping. Like that Shankara has said. So Brahmaiva idam Vishwam. Brahma, Bhagavan did not create the world and then just moved away from it. It is not possible for Ishvara to move away from the world. That is the way to look at it. It's not possible because the material itself is Bhagavan. Abhinna nimitta upadana karana. And so, where is the question? Therefore, Brahma eva idam Vishwam. Iti eva vani, Shrauti, etc. We saw that before, number 69. So, when this world is non-separate from Brahma, non-separate from Ishvara. Alright, that we saw. Then Shankara says in 70, Satyam yadi syat jagat. But if you say, no, Jagat is too real, how can you reduce the reality of the Jagat? If you say, then we get into all kinds of problems, all kinds of contradictions and conflicts. With the Shastram, you will get into a conflict. And if you take reality to be that which is unchanging, then that is reality, obviously. That which is constantly changing is changing reality. I am talking about unchanging reality. Then also your argument falls flat. The world, maximum you can say it is changing reality. Changing reality means what? Agama pai. It's coming and going reality. That's the maximum you can say. And so he talked about those kinds of problems in number 70. 71 he is picking up on that agama apramanata. Everywhere in the Bhagavad Gita and in the Upanishad they are talking about Satyam eva. This Satyam and Mithya is being talked about. World is Mithya. And so now if you say world is Satyam, then you are going to contradict the Shruti. And the Shruti can't be wrong. Why? Ishvaraha vastu tatvajnaha. He said that, and he quotes Bhagavad Gita. We saw all that. And he gives, in 72, he gives a reason for why the world that you perceive in the waking state cannot be absolutely real. If it were absolutely real, it should persist anytime. It should be there all the time. All the time includes my sleep also. In my sleep also it should be available. In my dream also it should be available. No, dream a different world is there. In deep sleep no world is there. Therefore this world does not have the power to sustain itself. If it is there all the time, it should show its presence wherever it is, wherever you are, wherever I am. But that is not there. Sushuptau upalabhyata. He is giving that logic. So Yukti Pramanam he is giving here. After giving the Bhagavad Gita, Shruti Pramanam. Okay, I hope you are all following. Therefore, Ataha. That is how we should look at this. Ataha. And therefore means because of these reasons, the world is not absolutely real. Brahma Satyam. Brahma is absolutely real. Because Brahma is not directly perceived, you are not able to appreciate it. We are all looking for direct experience, and that is not available for Brahma. So that Brahma is Satyam and Jagan is Mithya. Ataha Prithak Nasti Jagat. Jagat Prithak Nasti. Prithak means distinct, separate. Jagat, the world, is not different, is not separate. Separate from what? Paratmanaha. Paratmanaha. It is not separate from Paramatma. Para is Param, is limitless. Limitless Atma. So Panchami. Paratmanaha Prithak. Sanskrit students. Different from Paramatma. From. That from is there. Okay. Ataha. Therefore, so he is now concluding, right? So therefore, the world cannot be different from Brahman. Yatha urnanabihi srijate grinnate cha. Our Kathopanishad. Just as the spider spins its web from itself, that itself is there. What an example they have to come up with. So, just like that, the material by which Bhagavan made this world is not outside Bhagavan. This is the critical Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam. And therefore, we can now say Prithag Nasti Jagat. The world is not separate from Paramatma. Prithak Pratitistu. But the Pratiti, the experience, our common experience is everything is different. Everything is different from the other. All things are different. No two things are identical. In fact, each object has an independent entity. Each person has an independent entity. Each animal has an independent entity. Each plant, each stone, each pebble has an independent entity. Each drop has an independent entity. That is Prithak Pratitihi. It's all independent. Let it be so. Without independence, how it is possible? There is a speaker sitting here, there is a listener sitting there. Different. Only then listening, speaking is possible. If everything is one whole big ball, then what is possible? No transaction is possible. No transaction is possible. So Vedanta does not deny that kind of difference. Vedanta says the speaker is also Atma, Brahman. The listener also is Atma, Brahman. Exactly like in the ocean, water drops are all independent water drops, independent waves are all there. But finally, every wave and every droplet and drop is water. So the water droplet can say, I am fundamentally water. I have taken on a form of a droplet. That is the vision that Vedanta is giving us. So that's what he's saying. Pritak pratitihi tu. Pritak pratitihi, that experience of distinction. Pratitihi. Pratitihi means a common experience, commonly experienced. Everything is different. Everybody is different. Food is different. Eater is different. But Shastram is saying the opposite. You know that. Ahamannam, ahamannam, ahamannam. Aham annam. I am food. And ahamannadaha. Annam mati. I am also the eater of the food. Like that, Shastram is saying what to do. That is the vision. How can I be food? It is very strange. I am food. Vedanta is a very strange subject. We have to be ready for it. And so, that is why Pritak Pratitihi. The vision is like that. Pritak Pratitihi tu Mrisha Gunahi Vat. Mrisha. Mrisha means mithya. Pritak pratitihi tu mrisha. Mithya asti. Hey, everything is mithya. Exactly like in the dream world. Dream world, everything is different or not? Everything is different. The road is different, vehicle is different, my people are different, I am different, everybody is different. And transactions are happening. Perfectly fine. Everything is going on exactly as per the waking world. Some slight differences may be there. Sometimes I feel a little helpless. That's okay. Even in waking world, I feel helpless many times. So what? So what? It's the same ditto, copy. But there is no world at all. You say the difference, this, that, you analyze everything with sadness, happiness, marriage, children, everything is happening in a short span of time. And you have the audacity to get up and say which is fake world? Fake world? You mean so much happened in dream? You're calling it fake? You were there in the dream. You mean your life is fake? Is that what you're saying? No, life is not fake. But that particular experience is fake. Yeah, exactly like that. If you can say that world is not really a real world, because, and who was there in the world? It was all me. It was all me. Nobody else interfered in the dream. It was all me all through. The entire world was just me. The mountain was me. The mountain lion also was me. Okay, this is Swamiji's example. This is Swamiji. Pun. He is a master of pun. Master of pun. And so, everything is me. Living beings are all me. Non-living things also was me only. Same thing. If you can accept that, why you can't accept this here? No, it doesn't feel like it. Your feeling has no... Your feeling has no role here. Satyam doesn't depend on you. I don't feel like 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay. That is up to you. You decide what you want. 2 plus 3 is 5. That's about it. I don't feel like it. Like our children say, I don't feel like going to school. That you can say. I don't feel like going to school. You can say. And the parent have to just bang their head on the walls. Seriously, I mean, I respect all of you parents. I really have a lot of respect for you. All right. Okay, Mrisha Gunahi Vat. Shankaracharya is giving a different example. Guna means rope. Ahi means sarpaha, snake. Rajju sarpavat, you can write down. Rajju sarpavat. It is exactly like the rope snake. What is exactly like the rope snake? Not rope snake is exactly like the rope snake. No. The world also, Jagat, that Jagat not being separate from Brahman is no different than the snake not being separate from the rope. Is the snake separate from rope? No, you can't. You can't separate. Where the rope is, there is the snake. There is the snake. So, that's what he's saying. Gunahi vat rajju sarpa vat mrisha asti. Mrisha. That mithya word is used for the snake also, rope snake. Why? Because that snake, the snake, if somebody says snake is there, then see, the person was complaining to the security of this complex, of the complex where he is living. He said, how did you allow a snake to come inside? Sir, where is the snake? Snake is, look, I'll take you to the terrace. Look, that is the snake. That is a snake. Oh. Sir, that's a water hose. It's not a snake. Then, oh, it's not a snake. So where was the snake? The snake was there where the rope was there. Okay? We'll accept it. For you it was like that. For me it was not like that. For you it was like that. We'll accept it. So it's just a projected existence. That projected existence is called mrisha, mrishatvam, mithyatvam. But what about the world? World is not like that. World is not like the rope snake. Rope snake goes away just like that. You look at the rope, snake is gone. Gone, completely gone. And the security guard said, no sir, it's a hose. Then, water hose. Then the snake is gone immediately. But the world is not like that. Simply things won't disappear just like that. It's not possible. Everything will be exactly as it was. Nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change. Still, okay, there at least you saw snake some time ago, now you see a rope, now you see a fire hose or whatever, water hose, you saw it. Okay, there it is possible to change. But here it is not possible. It is not possible means what? All objects continue to remain the way they are, but each object is really a projection on Brahma. Is really a superimposition on Brahma. Exactly like this is a pot, it's a real pot. People say it's a real pot. Okay, real pot, let it be real. Let's look at the reality of the pot. If you carefully look at the reality of the pot, there is only clay. If I ask you to show me where the pot is, you can't show me the pot. You can't show me the pot. Maximum we can come to an agreement. Let us just call this object a pot. Okay, let's not analyze too much. Let's call it a pot. And then like this we have called all these objects, so many different names we have given. So it is useful for our transactions. We can relate to each other, we can talk. Bring me this, don't bring me that. Bring that big book, bring this thing. Like that we can talk. That is the maximum we can do. But it still does not change the fact that the potness is a superimposition on clay. That much is there. That's what he's saying here. Mrisha guna hivat. It's a bold statement. He's saying it is like a rope snake only. Even the clay pot is like a rope snake. Okay. Why? That is because it is aropitasya. It is projected. It's all projected only. I told you the other day. It's all projected. Nothing. You can't argue. You can't argue at all. We can't even come to a decision on how many objects are there in my hand. That itself we can't decide. We have to come to an agreement. Let's call it a pen. Let's say one pen. Even though it has many parts. That's all it is. That's all. Part. Then you introduce a word called part. But part is an object or not? Part is an object or not? Part also is an object only. And so, it's all as though. This we call it a clock. We call this a clock. Beautiful creation. Human creation. But my God, they have all these videos where the animation, it all comes to parts. Imagine the parts of the clock, right? All the needle, this, that. It just comes together like this. Comes together. It's all coming together. It's coming together. Suddenly it's a clock. Suddenly it's a clock means what? A new object called clock got created? Once Swamiji said, I remember, the clay did not even know that it became a pot. The clay did not even know it became pot. It asked me, where is the pot? It is asking. Means what? Pot is a projection. Because clay continues to be there. Nothing happened to clay yet. And so, that is aropitasya means kalpitasya. Adhyastasya. In Atma Bodha we saw last class. Adhyasyanti we saw last class. What did we see? Yatha ambugate chandre chalanadi adhyasyanti. Just like the reflected moon, people project movement. The movement of the water is projected on the moon, like that we saw last time. Dehendriya gunan karman yamale sachidatmanis adhyasyanti. Yes or no? I am just guessing now. Dehendriya guna. The activities and the qualities of the body are projected in Amala Sachidatma. In pure Sachidatma, everything is projected. Massive pile-up it is. Adhyasyanti uses the word there. Means adhyasa. They do adhyasa. They project. Same word here also. Aropitasya. The aropa is done. Hindi mein arop bolte hain. Arop kiya, arop laga diya or something. That is somebody, it is allege, the person, you allege that somebody committed a so-and-so crime. Accusing somebody. Accusing. That is called arop. Here I am not sure we can use the word accuse, but it's you're now suddenly I like the word allege. You're alleging that this guy has committed something.
Allegation.
Yeah, allegation. That's what it is. Allegation. It is to be proved true. And here also it's an allegation like thing. Aropitasya. Means aropitasya jagataha. The world which is purely a projection on Brahma. Now Shankara is making a big statement. He is saying, Kim arthavatta. Kim arthavatta. What is the reality of that? What is the reality of this world? You say it is absolutely real and all that. Is that what it is? It is not it. Kim arthavatta. What kind of, how valid is this world? It's constantly changing. How valid it is. That is one type of meaning. Another meaning is, how valid it is means how real it is. That's the question. How can you take this world and depend on this world for yourself, for your fulfillment? That is why it's hard to find a person who says, I am completely fulfilled. Correct? I am done. The purpose of my life is served. That is how somebody should say. I have completed what I came for. Can anybody say that? Not possible. The richest person wants more and more. The poorest person wants more. The sick person wants to be better. The better person wants to be even better. And so where is the end to it? There is no end at all to it. So, Puja Swamiji, that's why he says, Kimarthavatta. There is no purpose to this world. If I say like this, now people will say, attendance already is going down. Now we have come down to 27. And so, what is the purpose of the world means? Think about it. Think about it. What is the Purushartha? Purusharthas are 4 in number. Artha, Kama, Dharma and Moksha. Alright, Artha means security, Kama means pleasure, and Dharma means the order. There is an order there, and I follow an order in order to seek my Artha. And I won't seek Artha just like that. There is a sense of right wrong. That sense is Dharma. And that sense is also is what creates a punyam and papam according to our shastram. If I do what is right and if I go beyond the call of my duty, then I get more punyam. All that is dharma, correct? Artha, kama, dharma. So what? So okay, I am looking for security, I am looking for pleasure, I am looking for dharma, punyam, papam. This is all I keep on doing. That is why punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. My punyam will give me some better life. My papam will give me what? No, God knows what life. Then what? Then I finish that life. How is that life going to be any different than seeking artha, seeking kama and seeking dharma? Same thing is going to happen. What happened in the previous janma is happening here, is happening in the next janma also. Kim arthavatta? Is there any purpose to this? Who is going to care about our resume? Somebody said, when you go to heaven, God will not ask you what you possessed. God will ask you how you helped others or something like that. Some catchy statement is there. Did you help others when you were living? Like that he will ask, it seems. Then you say, oh my God, I forgot. I was thinking about myself all the time. So, okay, be born again. Let's try again. He will roll the dice. This is what's going on. Think about it. Artha, kama. This is it. I am constantly seeking artha and there is no end to it also. I am never fulfilled. And even if I say I am fulfilled, it's a relative fulfillment. Yeah, okay, I am happy. I know how to manage my life. I won't keep on hunting for artha and kama. I'll be happy with what I have. It's management of artha and kama. Next janma, no guarantee I'm going to say that. I'm going to start from scratch. And so, kimarthavatta, what is the use of this? Is there any prayojanam? This one, Chandrasekhara Bharati Mahaswamiji says, Kim prayojanam? Prayojanavatta, he says. Artha means prayojanam. Kim prayojanam? If this is not going to make me contented, this whole life of 100 years, then what can? That's the idea. What can means I have to go to the other Purushartha called moksha. Without coming to moksha, I will just be going around in a circle, constantly in a circle. That is called kimarthavatta, jagataha, aropitasya, kimarthavatta. Look at that. Of that which is projected, there is no meaning at all. We can have dinner and we can chat about the weather and traffic. That's about it. After that, what else is there? About our children we can talk. All of those are important, no doubt, but important to get Chitta Shuddhi and then to move from this cycle to moksha. That push has to be given. Otherwise, we are analyzing all this whole world back. Like that same guy, the same guy who goes to the security guard and says, how did you allow this snake to come in? When did it come? Did you know it? We are paying a salary for you. You are supposed to watch for all these things. You allowed a big snake to come into our campus. On and on and on and on he is going on. Is this of any use? He comes upstairs and then when he learns it is a water hose, then he stops talking. What is the use of analyzing a projected snake? What is that? What species of snake it is? What species of snake? What is the use of analyzing all these things? When it is not, it is a projection. Is it a cobra? It's been like that for a long time. It must be a python. It looks thick also. Because python, they don't move. They just come and sit. Like this analysis. It's a wasted analysis on something that is projected. That is what Shankara is saying. As far as moksha is concerned, kimarthavatta, is it of any use? Is it of any use? Means not prashnartha. He is not asking us a question. He is telling there is really no use. Aksheparte kim. Okay. Kimarthavatta. Let's see if my notes here. Adhishtanam Abhati. Adhishtanameva abhati. Brahmena. Hey, I got carried away. Brahmena. By being confused, I got carried away. By what appears. By what appears. I got carried away. Without looking into the adhishtanam. Because adhishtanameva abhati. Abhati means what? Shines. Shines. That Brahman alone is appearing like this. Adhishtanameva abhati. We saw the word adhishtanam some time ago. Where is it? Look at shloka number 69. 69. Last quarter. Na adhishtanat bhinnata aropitasya also word is there. Aropitasya adhishtanat bhinnatvam nasti. Whatever you project, that projection cannot be separate from that on which I project. That is the meaning. We saw it last time. Adhishtanam means the one that is there, on which something is projected. Adhishtanam is clay, on which pot is projected. And so that adhishtanat bhinnata nasti. That word adhishtanam is critical. It's a beautiful word, adhishtanam. Only in Advaita Vedanta you have all these words which have meaning. I don't know what they say in Vishishta Advaita and all, adhishtanam. What they say. Ishvara, Bhagavan is adhishtanam, they will say, I'm sure. But so here also he is saying, adhishtanam abhati. That Brahma alone shines. The clay alone is expressing itself through pot. That's all you can say. So adhishtanam abhati brahmena. Brahmena, by Brahma, I don't recognize that. I don't recognize that Brahman, the adhishtanam, I don't recognize. It says it is the ground of being which appears like that through delusion. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Yeah. If I ignore the clay and got carried away by the pot, then it is delusion. Correct? Then it is delusion. I miss the reality. I miss the reality. Right? When I take the appearance as absolutely real, then mrisha, it is mrisha, it is not satyam. Like that we understand. So, let's see if we can translate the shloka. I hope I covered all the words in the shloka. 73. Alright. Therefore, the world is not separate from Brahman. Therefore, the world is not separate from Brahman, comma, whereas the perception of the separateness separateness, of course we understand separateness as separateness of the Jagat from Brahman, okay? Whereas the perception of the separateness is false like is false like the snake superimposed on the rope. Is false like the snake superimposed on the rope. Full stop. What reality is there for the superimposed? What reality is there for the superimposed? Question mark. Due to delusion, the adhishthanam appears thus. Due to delusion, the adhishthanam appears thus. So here you have to be a little careful. Due to delusion, adhishthanam appears thus means like the world, like the different things, all the variety that you see, which comprises the world. Then what happens to a jnani? Swamiji is there. Swamiji is not perceiving anything. You have to ask that question. You have to ask it. If Swamiji is not perceiving anything, you can't have a conversation with Swamiji. It's not possible. Because he's not seeing you, Because everything is Brahman for him. Everything is Brahman is crystal clear. And there is Upadhi. Upadhi, unique Upadhis are there. And so every Upadhi is unique. It is not separate from Brahma. That is crystal clear. But an object is an object. And it has to be respected for what it is. It is Ishvara Srishti. Just like this body is there. And the person has to take care of the body. And eating food has to be taken care of. Whatever appropriate food only has to be taken. All that is there. Even though everything is Brahman. So therefore you have to be careful. Due to delusion, the adhishthanam appears thus means what? Appears like this and it is taken to be separated, independent. Independent existence, correct? Taken to be separate. Separate means taken to be independent, taken to be by itself with no fundamental absolute existence underlying it. That is the meaning of due to delusion, the adhishthanam appears thus. Okay, let me read this. Therefore, the world is not separate from Brahman, whereas the perception of the separateness is false, like the snake superimposed on the rope. False, mithya is a better word. Perception is, separateness is mithya. False is also correct because there is no separateness. Therefore it's false. The separateness idea is false. Okay, the world is separate from Brahma is false. It's wrong. Just wrong. So I agree. I'll take back. So false is correct. So separateness is false, like the snake superimposed on the rope. What reality is there for the superimposed? Due to delusion, the substratum, or rather the adhishthanam, appears thus. Okay. Let us look at the next sloka.
Shamla ji.
Good. So, Tattvam Padabhyam.
Unmute yourself, Shamla ji.
तत्त्वं पदाभ्याम्
अभिधीयमानयोः
माययोः
ब्रह्मात्मनोः
ब्रह्मात्मनोः
शोधितयोः
शोधितयोः
Okay. Yadi tham.
यदीत्थम्
Patabheda is there. Yaditham is also there. Yaditham is also there. So, yaditham. Shrutya tayoho.
श्रुत्या तयोः
Tattvamasiti samyak.
तत्त्वमसीति सम्यक्
Ekatvameva
एकत्वमेव
pratipadyate muhuhu.
प्रतिपाद्यते मुहुः
Once again. Tattvam padabhyam
तत्त्वं पदाभ्याम्
abhidhiyamanayoho
अभिधीनमाहयोः
brahmatmanoho
ब्रह्मात्मनोः
shodhitayoho
शोधितयोः
yaditham
यदीत्थं
shrutya tayoho
श्रुत्यात्तयोः
tattvamasiti samyak
तत्त्वमसीति सम्यक्
ekatvameva
एकत्वमेव
pratipadyate muhuhu.
प्रतिपाद्यते मुहुः
Yeah, good. So now, what Paramathanandaji has done is, he is now, Shankaracharya is beginning another analysis. Brahma, Jiva, Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya. Now where is the Jiva in this? Like that if you ask. So Jiva is coming. Jiva was talked about earlier also. And now that Jiva and Brahma are identical. Jiva and Ishvara are essentially identical. That idea is being talked about in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 shlokas are there. Asi. Tattvam Asi, So the Asi means equality. You are that. That R is being talked about. That equality is being talked about. And the main word here is Tattvam Asi. You can see that in the third quarter, in the middle it is there. Shrutya Tayoho Tattvam Asi iti Samyak. Tattvam Asi. It's called a Mahavakya. So Aikya, Jiveshwara Aikya Bodhaka Vakyam. That statement which reveals to me the identity between Jiva and Ishvara is called a Mahavakyam. Grand equation, literally translating and all that. This translation, sometimes I am not that grand equation and all, I don't know. But Mahavakyam is Mahavakyam, beautiful. That's what we need to know. And so like this, Mahavakyas we have many. And traditionally they have picked up one Mahavakyam from one Veda. So Rig Veda is there. So Aitreya Upanishad is there. Prajnanam Brahma is the Mahavakyam. If you hear the word Prajnanam Brahma, it is coming from Rig Veda, Aitreya Upanishad. Then you've got Yajurvedaha. Yajurvedaha, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, you have Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Then you have Samavedaha. Samaveda. Samaveda is popularly talked about in this Uddalaka, Father is Uddalaka teaching the son, Swetaketu, that comes in the Upanishad called Chandogya Upanishad, which is in Samaveda. Keno Upanishad also is in Samaveda. So in this Chandogya, that statement comes. Tat Tvam Asi. Father is telling the son, Tat Tvam Asi. Like that. Alright, then that leaves us with Atharvana Veda. Atharvana Veda. In Mandukya, we have the statement, I am Atma Brahma. I am Atma Brahma. This Atma is Brahma. Like that a statement is there. So whenever such an equality is made, those two words, Atma and Brahma are there in the same sentence, means it becomes a Mahavakya. In Bhagavad Gita also we saw Kshetrajñam chapi mam vidhi. Mahavakya. Kshetrajñah, the knower of the Kshetra, the one who is aware of the Kshetra, the Atma, the Jivatma. Mam vidhi. Mam is Ishvara. Jivaha mam vidhi Ishvaraha. Like that. That statement is understood. So, when a statement like that is said, we have to really think about it, because Ishvaraha is Sarvajnaha, Jivaha is Alpajnaha. Alpajnaha means knows very little. If he is honest, he will say, I know very little. Otherwise, he will act big. So, even if you act big, you know only very little. Alright. So, Sarvajnaha, Alpajnaha. Sarva Shaktiman, Alpa Shaktiman. Srishtikarta. The Ishvara is the creator of the world, we say. What about the Jiva? Creator of many problems. If we are lucky, we may have done some good also. That's all maximum we can say. So this kind of a disparity is there. You can't even call it disparity. It is just two different things altogether. Don't bring Ishvara into the picture. You compare me to somebody else, I can understand. Or you are exactly like that person, if you say that also I can understand. Are you talking about looks? Am I looking exactly like that person? Or what? No, you talk exactly like that person. Oh, talking identity. Like that we can understand. But this Jiveshwara Aikyam is just, there is no chance. There is no chance. Good, that is the way to analyze it. There is no chance. If you bring the Upadhi into the picture, there is no chance. To bring the Upadhi into the picture, there is no chance. Therefore, what is it that is equated? We have to ask the question. What is equated is the essence of the Jiva and the essence of Ishvara. Whatever is not equal, you drop off. You drop it. Don't bring it to the equation. It is like saying Vikram is a lion. Vikram and lion are not two identical things. Lion is an animal, Vikram is a human being. Lion is eating deer, Vikram eats spinach. What is the connection between spinach and deer? There is no connection at all. And so these are all two different things. Lion lives in the forest. Vikram lives in a cozy, beautiful home. He can't handle outside and all that. And so, lion is in the hot sun, it is there, looking for prey. Vikram is there at home. There is no connection at all between these two. Science will tell you lion is some species and this fellow is Homo sapiens. Like this, everything is different between Vikram and lion. How dare you come and say Vikram is lion? Vikram is a lion. That means what? Hey, you drop off all the things you listed just now, which are all differences. Just drop it. Don't even go there. That statement does not even refer to any of those things. It refers to what then? You think about what it refers to. Some attribute of lion Vikram has. That ferocity, maybe courage. The lion is, you've never seen an afraid lion. Afraid lion is there. Sometimes 10 jackals, 10, what is this called? Hyena. Oh, pack of hyenas, the lion is a bit careful. Because, but otherwise the lion is the king of the jungle. That's it. Undisputed. So that kind of character is there in Vikram. Correct? That's all you have to take. That is all you have to take. Everything else you drop. The lion has canine teeth, sharp teeth and all. Don't bring all that into this. There is no connection. It's all drop off. And so, like that here also, same thing. You take the Upadhi, there is no connection. So, that is called Bhaga Tyaga Lakshanam. What I explained to you just now, that let go of all the things that are not relevant to the discussion, it's called Tyaga, Bhaga Tyaga. You have to give up certain things, certain parts of Ishvara you have to give up. What parts of Ishvara? Upadhi has to be given up. If I say the drop is the wave, drop is the wave, means what? You give up the upadhi. Drop is small in size. Wave is a little bigger also. It's this big. This big it is. And so, you can't bring the size into the picture. Size if you bring, there is no equality at all. Water is drop. Drop is, wave is water. Sorry, wave is drop. Drop is wave. If we say, you can only bring only one thing into this. The essence of the drop you bring. Leave it. Leave water there. And the essence of the wave is water also. Water and water. Water, water, water. That is only equation you can bring. And therefore, if the wave places the I, and the wave talks and it says, I did this, I did that, and in the process, when it looks at the ocean, and if it puts the I on water, because water is the essence, why should I not put the I on water? Like that wave, if wave comes to understand, hey, you put the I on water, but what happens to you? What happens to water? Alright, what happens if I put the I on water? Then the wave will suddenly say, oh my God, I am ocean. Because ocean is also water. I am also water. Full and through I am water. There is no place in me that is not water. I am water only. And the form is incidental. Form is incidental. If I say that, if the wave says that, then you've got an equality. The wave can say, I am the ocean. I am the ocean. Can say that. And so, that is the equation here that is being talked about. Tat tvam asi. Tat means Ishvaraha. Tvam jivaha. Tvam means literally, tvam, there can't be a mistake because it is you. It is second person singular. Tvam, you. You can only refer to the person who is listening to this. It can't refer to anybody else, correct? You. It can't refer to the tree. Or it can't refer to that person who is walking that side. Because teacher is looking at the Shishya. Uddalaka is looking at Shvetaketu and saying you. You can only refer to the Jiva. It can't refer to anything else. So, Tat, Tvam Asi. You are that. Tvam Tat Asi. You are that. That is what is being said here. And so, if we look at, this I will skip, Chandogya and all that. Okay. So therefore, if you want to use the language of Vyavaharikam and Paramarthikam and all that, well, this Jiva, if you take the Jiva as a person with an Upadhi, with a form, with a date of birth and all that, then that is the Atma with a form. Atma with a form. And that form now has Vyavaharika Satyatvam. Because born, did, went. So, Vyavaharika, it's transactional. It is now engaging in this transactional world, empirical world. Same Atma, with a form. Swamiji says with a dress. Dress. You put dress onto Atma. What dress will you put on Atma? First you put the dress of Karana Shariram. Then you put a thing, another sweater on top of it. It is called Sukshma Shariram. Then you put a jacket on top. That is called Sthula Shariram. That is a dress. And that is a dress that Atma is wearing, it seems. Which we are not surprised or shocked, because even in Bhagavad Gita he said, Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya. Navani grinnati naroparani. Tatha sharirani vihaya jirnani anyani sanyati navani dehi. That's it. It is like wearing a dress. This body is like a dress, some kind of a clothing that this Atma, this Jiva is wearing. So we know that is how it is. Once the clothing is worn, then ready for transaction. So the transactional Atma is called Vyavaharika Atma, if you want to call it like that. Jiva is a Vyavaharika Vastu. Vyavaharika Satyam. Somebody asks, Jiva is absolutely real or empirically real? Is it Paramarthika Satyam or Vyavaharika Satyam? Jivaha. You have to, without blinking your eyelid, you have to say Vyavaharika Satyam. Because Paramarthika Satyam is Atma. Nirgunam. Jiva is not Nirgunam. Jiva has Papa Punyam. Jiva is alive right now, kicking. And so, no chance. You can't, it has to be Vyavaharikam. What about Ishvara? Vyavaharika Satyam or Paramarthika Satyam? Without being afraid of Ishvara, you have to, without saying, Bhagavan, protect me, I am going to tell something that I am not, you are Mithya. Who? Ishvara is Mithya. Ishvara is Vyavaharika Satyam. Because you created the world. Did you create the world or not? Yes. Okay. Then it is Vyavaharikam only. Transaction. You come in the Vyavaharika bucket. But I know you are Brahman. If you take the Upadhi of all the Srishti Karta and all that, then Brahman. That Brahman is Paramarthika Satyam. Alright. So that's the introduction here. And so a lot of things are there here. Tattvamasi samyak ekatvam eva pratipadyate. So he's saying Tattvamasi. So that Tat and Tvam, it has two words he says. Tat Tvam padabhyam abhidhiya manayoho. Tat Tvam. Tat padam, Tvam padam. Two words are there, which stand for Brahmatmanoho. Brahma and Atma. Tat is Ishvara, you know. Ishvara, essence of Ishvara is Brahma. And Tvam is Jiva. Essence of Jiva is Atma. So, Brahmatmanoho, of Brahman and Atma. Tat and Tvam, which stand for Abhidhiya Manayoho, standing for, or which refer to Brahma and Atma. Okay, Shodhita Yoho. Shodhita. When it is properly understood, when you do the Bhagatyaga Lakshanam, when you drop off all the Upadhis, Shodhita Yoho. When Jiva is looked at as Atma by removing the Upadhi, and Ishvara is looked at as Brahman by removing the Ishvara Upadhi, Maya Upadhi. If you take it all out, then that is called Shodhita Yoho. Okay. Itham. Yadi itham. Yadi, if we do that, yadi. Itham. Itham means, then what follows? What follows? Shrutya tayoho tattvamasiti. Shrutya. Shruti talks about tattvamasi. Which Shruti talks about? Chandogya Shruti talks about. Who is saying in Chandogya Upanishad? Uddalaka is talking. Tattvamasi iti. He is telling, addressing his son and saying Tattvamasi. Okay. Ekatvam eva pratipadyate. Muhuhu. He is telling not once, not twice, not thrice. 9 times Father is telling. Yesho nima aitadatmyam idagam sarvam. This is worth memorizing. The number is somewhere I wrote down the number. Yeah, 687 is the number. Chandogya Upanishad. Yesho nima aitadatmyam idagam sarvam tat satyam sa atma tattvamasi shvetaketo iti. Shvetaketo. Hey, it gives examples of Mritika and all that. All this world of clay objects, Satyam is clay only. Mritiketyeva Satyam, like that he says. Then son says, Bhuya eva Bhagavan Vijñapayatu. Hey Bhagavan, can you tell me again? This is so beautiful. Can you teach me again? Good. That's good. That is why repeatedly listen. Please come to class. Next class also please come. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
Jay Kumar ji,
ధన్యవాదాలు.
please
The
repeat the
ధన్యవాదాలు.
Chandogya
The-
Upanishad number. You
ధన్యవాదాలు,
are
Jay
rushing
Kumar.
very fast.
Yeah, I went a little fast. So 687. 6.8.7 Chandogya Upanishad. I keep giving these numbers. I don't know if anybody looking up or no.
We do. We do.
I have a lot of Shraddha on you. I have a lot of Shraddha on you. Okay, I'm giving all these numbers.
The Panch